This video will be explaining the structure of the atom. The first time someone thought that the atom might exist was Democritus. He kind of just hypothesized that there must be a small thing that makes up everything. Most people didn't believe him, and it wasn't until the 19th century, in the 1800s, where a man named John Dalton started experimenting, and eventually we kept finding out more and more. So we've discovered that the nucleus is made of neutrons and protons, and on outer rings, based on Bohr's model, we see that there are multiple rings consisting of electrons, and there's the same amount of electrons and protons to cancel out and make the charge zero. But there's a certain amount of electrons that go on each ring, and that's kind of something you just memorize. And Bohr said that it is quantized, that everything is quantized, so only on certain levels can you see certain things. So the atomic mass is the protons plus neutrons, and as you'll see as you go to the right and down, the atomic mass of the element will be higher. The atomic weight is the weighted average of masses of the isotopes, and the isotopes will be the same number of protons, so basically the same element, but different number of neutrons. And usually the number of neutrons will be the same. It will be as protons, but sometimes there will be more or less. And like the atomic weight will be weighted, so you'll take the percentage of how many times the isotope might appear, and you take the time that it's just normal, and you'll get a number. So for hydrogen, the atomic weight is about 1.008, because there's a small chance that it might be an isotope, but not very big chance. And the last thing is the radioactive decay that will take place so a element can become stable. So there's alpha, beta, and gamma decay. So in alpha, 2 protons, 2 neutrons will be taken out of the nucleus, so it isn't too positively charged. Then beta, too many protons or too many neutrons in a nucleus. It depends on whether there are too many neutrons or too many protons. So if there's too many neutrons, the neutron will turn into a proton, and vice versa. There's also something called beta minus decay, where a neutron decays into a proton and an electron and an antineutrino. Lastly is gamma decay, where nothing is really changed but just a bunch of energy from a gamma ray in order to make the atom more stable. That's it for basic atom structure and decay, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something.